Welcome back to Billionaire Discipleship. We're building wealth, street wisdom, and serving Christ to lives where it doesn't divide. The trouble didn't break me, it baptized me. Before scripture ever became my textbook, pain was my teacher, and it felt like class was every single day, bruh. Some people think adversity is punishment, but in God's world, adversity is promotion. Because every time life threw me in the fire, Jesus met me in the flames. Dang, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and go right into it tonight, bro. Tonight, the episode is The Trouble Didn't Break Me, it baptized me. And we're gonna go into like why people mismanage the adversity that they go through. And I'm gonna be real, I got a little bit of I got some Bible, I got some five quotes, bro. I'm about to just flow, keep it above with you, bro. But like throughout my whole life, bro, I've been through unimaginable adversity. And I can say one thing though, bro. Every single time, it seemed like Jesus was always there to take the pain with me, if I'm gonna be real. And it's like every time I've been through adversity, it always shook off some bad habits or some bad vibes or this and that. And then on the other side of that adversity though, dog, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Whole new dude, bro. You be like, dang, bro, you went through all of that, you got better? Like, yeah, bro, like, yeah. Like people really don't think like and like distraction is the enemy of destiny, whether it steals your focus or steals your future. I want people to understand that like the enemy is going to distract you with the adversity, right? So it's like you gotta have that mindset to get through that adversity, to push through, keep seeking Jesus, keep seeking God, keep seeking the Holy Spirit, bro. And then on the other side of that adversity, you like, bro, I was talking to one of my homies the other day. It was like yesterday, bro. I was talking to one of my homies about the whole situation when I lost my job and this and that. And he was like, "Hey, bro, all of that happened to you, bro. It seemed like you really fell into a blessing." I was like, "Bro, keep it a buck with you, bro. That's exactly how I feel about the situation. Like, God really used that pressure to make a diamond. Like, and I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything, not any type of way, but I was way better than when I was back then, bro. Way better, bro. And that was like years ago, bro. And it's like when you actually think about it from all of that, it really get into it. Like it really get into it. And I love this quote from Charles Spurgeon. Ooh, I love it. I heard this at one of my lowest times. So when I heard this, I had to go write it down, bro. I had to screenshot it. And this is what Charles Spurgeon said. God finds his brightest pearls in the darkest water. Like if you think about it, that means the brightest pearls are in the deepest of the deep. So that means you in the deepest of the deep of the adversity, God go bring you out, and then you can talk about it, and then you can help people get through that same situation that you're going through. Like you get what I'm saying? So it's like when you really get into it like that, dog, that joint is like mind blowing because it really do flow, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. It really do flow, and I'm gonna go ahead into First Peter 5:10 says, and the and the God of all grace who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little, while will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. So it's like you gonna go through that adversity, bro. Like you gonna go through the mud, you gonna go through the jungle, you gonna go through this and that. But like God is gonna use you, bro. Like and I don't know who I heard it from, bro. And I want to say I always believed this as a kid, bro. And it was like I was the poorest of the poor growing up out of all my friends, bro. Like people, and I even tell my wife this all the time, but like, cause like when I was young, I always got picked on because my family couldn't afford the clothes or the nice stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never want to bring nobody over my house, bro. Cause it's like my house was rat and roach infected, bro. Like, you think I want to bring somebody over that? Like you get what I'm saying? So it's like we didn't have the money. Like, we had to really, we had to really struggle, bro. We had to really go through it, bro. Like, and then don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm living life now, but I'm living way better than what I did as a kid, bro. Like, and I tell my wife this all the time, like, dog, like, if I would have had that same mindset or stuck in that same way when I was a kid and be stuck still living in a small place, cramped, like that, bruh, that would have brought so much evil out of me, bruh. I ain't even gonna hold you. And it's like, I'm so grateful God took me out of that environment and really started like cultivating my mind, cultivating my craft, and building me. Like, that's the craziest part. Like, I didn't know I was gonna be walking into what I'm walking into now. Like, and then you go back and you look throughout the years that God's been faithful, and you be like, God, like, you really did that, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna. You really did that, cause it looked dark from the other side, bro. It looked dark when you crying them tears. It looked dark when you got your head low, bro. But like, you just got pushed through it. I'm trying to tell you, you just got pushed through it. 'Cause once you get through it, you gonna look back and like, dang, God, you really used this. Cause after that happened, that did happen, and then yeah. So you gotta think of it like that, bro. And it's like, yeah. That's a mind blower right there. Like, you finish off the episode right there, bro. Keep it a buck with you, bro. And people really don't think about it because it's like, I want people to understand, like, distraction. Like I was saying, distraction is the enemy. Like, and then of the destiny that it's gonna steal your focus. So like, if the enemy know you're gonna get distracted from adversity, or you gonna get, say you go through a situation, he know you're gonna crash out, bro. He know you're gonna crash and burn. Definitely without God, but he know you're gonna crash and burn, and it's gonna take you a minute to get there. But like, God's gonna use that crash and burn to make a better you, bro. Like, like I said at the beginning, bro. Like, every time I went through something, bro, God will always cut off my bad habits, bro. Always, bro. It's and And I and I look back and I'm like, God, I didn't even know I had that bad habit, or that bad habit had me at that time, until I got through that situation and then got better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, got better mental headspace about the whole thing. So that's where you really, uh, it really go into it. And I love this quote from Myron, bro. And I know I always quote Myron, but Myron be spitting bars, bro. Cuz be spitting bars, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you, cuz be spitting bars. But this is his quote. I learned a long time ago that success and failure are both hard. The difference is that you succeed in life, you get to enjoy the fruits of your difficulty. If you fail in life, you have no fruit from your difficulty. So that's like that's all right. I'm gonna put it in a strict type of perspective. That's like me and my mans. We live in the same neighborhood, same apartment complex, same. Say he lived right across the hall from me, bro. And I'm not saying like everything gonna be the same, but like, say y'all both get jammed up in a situation, right? And y'all get out of it, but y'all still get in trouble. But like, it's about what you gonna use in that trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that trouble gonna make you do more trouble, or s- is that trouble gonna make you stop and think like, dang, bro, I really gotta get my stuff together, bro. Like, I can't just do what I want to do and be how I want to be. You gotta realize, think like, you gotta be like, God, what you want me to do? Like, I kind of want to step away from this life because it ain't even for me anymore. Like, I want to do better. I'm trying to have a family. I want to have that life, bro. Like, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be going back to jail. I don't want to be getting out of jail and then go back to jail 5, 6, shoot, even a few years later doing the same thing, bro. If not worse, bro. And then that's when that really hits you. Be like, all right, bro, I really gotta make a decision, bro. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And then that's what mine was saying. Like, say if you do go back to jail, right? You ain't gonna see no fruits from that difficulty from that difficult season that you was in, compared to if you was like to rely, use that mentality to run up your hustle, run up your bag, run up your craft, run up anything you could think of, bro. Your mindset, bro. And then you gonna see the fruits of that labor, bro. Then you gonna look back and be like, dang, bro, I could have easily went right. I could have easily went left, but God took me right and got to the right destination. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it really hit at, bro. And and I love David's story because David went through whew, David went through it, bro. And I really love talking about David because it's like to be anointed as a kid, bro, or as a teenager, and then like you go through that much of it, like, cause and y'all know the episodes that I'm talking about, cause I done already went deep into David's story, but I'm gonna definitely go into David's story a little bit today, not too much, but a little bit today. But it's like, imagine if David had a bad heart towards Saul when he was trying to kill him multiple times. Like, imagine, for real, keep it a buck with you. Imagine if David did kill Saul, bro. Imagine if David did kill Saul, bro. Like, God would have been like, bro, I ain't tell you to kill him, bro. I told you I was gonna take care of it, bro. Like, I know it was gonna take some time, but I told you I was gonna take care of it. That's having faith. That's having faith that God's gonna always be with you. God's gonna always take care of the troubled times, or He gonna use those troubled times to make you a better person, make you a better leader, make you a better father. Like, that's why I said, like, the trouble don't break you, bro. It got baptized you, bro. Like, and people will be like, yeah, what you mean by that, bro? Like, you supposed to get baptized by the water and the Holy Spirit, but like, whole time with the Holy Spirit with you through that troubled time, then get you through it, and then, like, you get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta see, some of y'all trying to throw spirits back at people God sent to train your patience. So like, what if what if Saul was really, at first God did pick Saul, but and then Saul was doing him, thinking he was top dog, bro. And then God was like, nah, bro, you ain't top dog, bro. Like, you ain't put me first, bro. You gotta always put me first. I'm gonna go holler at David because he's still keeping it real with me, bro. He's still venting to me. He's still telling me his feelings. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Like, and then at that, like, God ended up using Saul, or put a mean spirit into Saul, so David can go on a run. And then when David went on the run, you gotta think about it, bro. Like, he could have been like, bro, I might just hit Cuz back, bro. Cuz been trying to hit at me for how many years, bro? Like, nah, bro, forget that. I might go hit Cuz back, bro. But God was like, nah, bro, I got you. I got you. Just chill. So, and then that's when it really do hit you, because like, you see that at the end. You see at the end of David's story, like, the fruits of his labor compared to the fruits of Saul's labor. Like, you see what happened to him. Like, his own son betrayed him. Not betrayed him, but like, his own son was like, bro, dad, you tripping, bro. Like, David, good dude, bro. You tripping, young. Like, I ain't even about to mess with you, bro. Like, yeah. So yeah, you gotta put it all that type of street perspective, and like, think of it in that type of mentality, because God will definitely send people that's gonna hurt you, no doubt. If people be like, bro, why God gonna send somebody that's gonna hurt me, or why God gonna send a situation that's really gonna hurt me, but like, whole time, that hurt that hurt gonna have a payout, bro. And it may not be today. It may not even be in a year. It may not even be in 5 or 10 years. It may be 15, 20, 30, 40 years before you see that pain pay out, bro. But at the end of the day, God will never let that pain go to waste, bro. As long as you don't let that pain go to waste, God would never let that pain go to waste, bro. And then that's where the beauty of everything is, bro. Because it's like, dog, that junk hit so hard, bro. And the man trying to, the man was trying to throw a spear at him. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, he could have took the spear and then chucked it back at him, bro. Like, but nah, bro. Like, that's when like David was like, nah, but I just got dead, bro. Like, I just gotta follow God. I might gotta do some crazy things, like literally act crazy and everything. Like David had to act crazy in some seasons to stay alive, but at the end of the day, he still trusted God. He still was like, God, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know anything, but I believe in you, bro. I believe in you, God. I believe in you, Abba. I believe in you, Lord. I believe you're gonna get me through this. Like I said, I do not know how, but I believe in you. And that's why I love First Samuel 24:12. It says, may the Lord judge between you and me, and may the Lord avenge the wrongs you have done to me. But my hands will not touch you. That's faith, bro. Like he could have took matters into his own hands, bro. He could have had took Saul off, bro, when he was in the camp sleeping. Like, nah, bro. They was like, nah, bro. I ain't even about to touch him, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm gonna just cut his little coat. Or what was it? I think it was his coat, bro. I want to say it was his coat or jacket or something, bro. A little fabric piece, right? And then from some distance, he was like, "Yeah, bro, I, I could have had hit you, bro, but like I'm gonna let God do what he gonna do with you, bro. I'm gonna still be running, but I'm gonna let God do what he gonna do with you, bro." And and you definitely see the fruit of David's labor. Like I said, like you see, he became one of the greatest kings. Like, come on, bro. Like that sentence right there should change your perspective. That sentence right there should change your mindset because he could have had easily either gave up or took matters into his own hands, but not. He was like, I'm gonna just trust him. I'm gonna just trust God. I'm gonna keep walking, walk by faith, bro, not by sight. I know they ain't said it at that time, but pretty much that's the prime example of what he was doing. And I love this quote from Darius Daniels. Faith is knowing God can do it, but trust is waiting on him to do it. Like he waited. David waited 15 years, bro. David waited. You anointed, and then you wait. Like I ain't even gonna hold you. I probably would have been even rushing. I would have been but by year 5. I would have been like, God, like, what you doing? You said I was gonna be king. Now I'm in the cave. What you doing? But not. That's the whole point because it's like David was anointed from Samuel to be chosen the king of the king of God's kingdom, and y'all gotta put it in that type of perspective. Like he really had faith. Like he believed Samuel. He believed like, all right, bro, this oil was on my head. My family didn't believe in me. The prophet had to call me in. Had to ask my father to basically call me in. Like you gotta think of it like that. Like that's the beauty of it. And that was the whole situation about like when I was talking to my homie, I was like, bro, I remember going to the store right after I got fired and bawling, bro. Like I mean, bawling out tears. I'm talking about that ugly cry, like like that ugly cry. Like you gotta think of it like that, and it's like now it's 3 years later, and I'm definitely seeing the fruit of that labor, bro. Like, cause ever since then, I read what like 50, 60 plus books. Started a podcast. My wife doing good. My family growing. Like we doing good, bro. I'm not saying we the best, but we definitely doing better than what we were 3 years ago. Before all of that drama had happened. Before I lost a job, then lost another job, then lost another job. Like, come on, bro. Like y'all got like I was crying at 7-Eleven, bro. Like, real life, like I said, the ugly cry, bro. Like, I can't even remember the last time I had cried like that before that time, bro. What? Since my grandmother passed or something? Like, that was it. Like, I ain't had no ugly cry for no reason, bro. Like, but like, then I look back and be like, dang, bro. Like, I was real out walking like David. Like, I was real out trusting him, even though it didn't feel like he was gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna be 100% real with you, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I still have faith in God, but I was like, God, I'm gonna just keep walking this walk and just see what the magic happens, bro. Like, we struggling. I had to go on unemployment. We had to go on food stamps. Like, we were struggling, bro. Like, keep it a buck with you. We were struggling even after I got another job, but we were still struggling because it wasn't the same pay. I was used to making at least like 8, 9 a week, and I was only making 4, 5 a week. I'm like, yeah, huh, I was better off going back to the job before I even got fired. Like, cause I was at least making this and that, but God ended up using the time when I was at Amazon, and he was like, look, bro, he sat me. I would say he necessarily sat me down, but I would say he sat me down throughout that summer, bro. I was like, look, bro, I got something great for you, because the whole kill about that situation, right, is I ran into one of my old bosses. I delivered a package to one of my old bosses' neighborhood, right? And I seen him. I was like, that was no coincidence. Like, he was like, so like, what happened with the whole job you had? I was like, they kind of wrongfully terminated me in that whole situation, but I'm supposed to be going back, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. But right now I'm just doing this. And then he had asked me a question. He was like, so what's up with that whole real estate thing you was doing? I was like, I really didn't have an answer for him at the moment. I was like, I kind of put on pause because I kind of need the bread. Like, at that time, I had just passed my courses. I didn't actually go take my exam. So then God was like, I- it didn't take long, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. It took probably like maybe like less than 2 weeks. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have to really get back into real estate. And even though I don't got my real estate license now, I did take the state and the national exam, passed that joint the first time, flying colors. Like, that joint everybody was sweating. I was like, bro, why y'all sweating, bro? Like, all you had to do was read the topics. See, I was smart. I found this one dude on YouTube, bro. I can't remember his name. He pretty much been teaching real estate school for like 20, 30 years, or it was like 15 plus years. I know that for a fact. So I ended up listening to him every day. I had a playlist, bro, chapter 1 through chapter 20, bro. Listen to him every single day, bro. I think for a whole 2, 3 months, bro. No, it was only about a month and a half, bro. Ended up listening to him. I was like, bro, this joint easy, bro. Like, I don't even know why I was sweating it the first time, bro. If I would have Mayhem, it was something like that, bro. The Global Real Estate School. I know that. I know for a fact it was that joint on YouTube. So you definitely, if you're looking to get your real estate license, go look at that man, bro, because he gonna hook you up, bro. He gonna make sure you straight. All of his YouTube videos is free, bro. Like, and then at that, all you had to do is take practice exams, like pay 20, 30, $40 for a practice exam, take that job. If you fail it, all right, just study the questions that you failed. You already the thing people don't understand, like, why would I go and study the thing that I already passed? I'm gonna go if if I already got strength in that field, why am I gonna try to strengthen that job more when I don't need to, unless my craft actually did, like, I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up listening to him. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have to take this exam. Took the exam, passed it, bro. Whole time, God didn't even use that. Whole time, that's the craziest part of that story. Like, he had asked me that question and set off those chain events, but then God didn't even use none of that, bro. Like, God was like, all right, bro, you learned that. Now move on to the next topic. Let's move on to to stocks, like how you understand real estate, you understand communication, because at that time I was like, all right, bro, like I'm not gonna just like after I passed the exam, I think it was like almost like 6 months to a year, I actually started studying like communication skills. Like I'm talking about like how to negotiate, how to like I read like books like Never Split the Difference, Full Fee Agent, what else was it? Dang, bro. Crucial Conversations. That was a good one. Oh, I read this one this year. Super Communicators by Charles Dung. But like whole time, God was using that communication part so I can speak to the audience, speak to like the podcast, like speak to people who who haven't been in the same situation that I've been, but they going through some, and then so like God ended up really using all of that trouble to turn into what it is now. So like if you really think of it like that, it's like yeah. And I love this quote from PD again, or Darius Games again, bro. Like sometimes things aren't going according to our timeline because there are other factors that God is taking into consideration. And when he said that he really went into like a whole deep conversation about it. I think it was with Marcus Douglas. He was like, bro, just because you were ready don't mean the people that God got you, that God got waiting for you is ready. Like they gotta go through what they going through to be able to interpret what you saying at that time, and then it really hit and pierce their heart where they gonna really follow Christ. They gonna really start reading the word. They gonna really start waking up early, saying prayers, having that daily devotion with God every single morning, and building that relationship. Like that's where it really hit at, and it's like yeah, people really don't understand that, and it's like they think like sanctification ain't soft, bro. It's basically spiritual weight training. Like I want people to understand that, like, cause you walk through life and it be like, bro, I went through this and that. Yeah, it was bad, bro. Like that's the whole point of sanctification. Like it's gonna break you, bro. Like that's the whole point of it, bro. Is to break, like I said, to break off those bad habits, cause God was like, bro, I can't take you into the kingdom that I want. I can't take you to the promised land that's for you or meant for you and your family with those bad habits, with those generational curses on you, bro. Like you gotta walk them jumps off. Like you gotta walk it out, bro. Like keep it a buck with you, bro. And then that's where it really hit, cause it really really hit, cause God took my paycheck to show me the purpose of the check. Like and same for anybody. Like sometimes God really gotta take your paycheck to show your purpose for your check. Like he gonna take that paycheck briefly, but you gonna make that on the back end times 10, times 100, times 1,000. Like that's why I love God math, bro. Like God math is so amazing, bro. Like because you even when you go through certain stories of the Bible, you be like, bro, that math ain't mathing, God, but you sure did a blessing though. Like the whole Jesus fed 5,000. Like the whole time that 5,000 was like between 15 and 25,000 people, bro. Like that math don't math on no regular math equation, bro. Like you got carry a few more over. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you be like, bro, how two loaves of bread, bro? Like keep the bucket through. A loaf of bread don't even last me a week. And I'm just one person. Yeah, it might be 5, 7 days, but that don't last me no week, bro. So like, you got two loaves and two fish, and that don't lasted for 15, and then you had some left over. Dog, dog. That's the beauty of it, bro. Like I said, God's math is always fire, bro. God's math is always fire, cause it's like Romans 8:28 says. We know that in all things God works for the good for those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. And like I said, that's the whole beauty of things. Cause dog, like you, those trials is gonna make them trials gonna make or break you, and you better off just letting it make you than break you, cause you gonna go through it anyways. Like you gonna still, even if you break you, bro, you still gonna go through hard times, bro. But like I said at the beginning, like why would you let those, like I said, quoted from PD, why would you let those hard times? I think it was usually PD or Myron, bro. But why would you let those? I think it was Myron. Why would you let those hard times not have fruit? Like that's just backwards, bro. Like keep it a buck with you, bro. Like that's mad backwards, bro. Like you ain't gonna find that nowhere else, bro. And I know, I know. Whew, I actually ain't got that much left. Maybe about another 5, 6 more minutes, bro. But this is why I love this quote from Myron. And I probably only got like one, two, three more quotes. One from Myron, one from PD, and one from Dallas Willard. And this is the one from Myron. When you have trials, let those trials bring you joy, because when those trials bring you joy, then you are being who God really called you to be. Like when I had lost my job and I wasn't making enough, like we still went to the park, bro. Like I remember we had to go to the park because we couldn't afford anything else. We might have went to Five Below, got a $5 ball, and play some kickball with my daughter and stuff with soccer, and like, but like at the end of the day, like those were some of the happiest times, bro. Like, bruh, even to this day, I'm still shocked because it's like, Lord, you did all of that. We ain't had nothing. Imagine when we do have some and we still together, like strong, like, because those hard times what really made us. If I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. So it's like that's where it really hit, because it's like I went harder, faster, stronger in my books. And then I kept reading the word of God, and it's like God just kept showing me things. God was like, look, bro, you can apply this to your business. You can do this. You could do this. I'm gonna help you build. Like, just keep walking the walk. Keep believing in me. And I was like, all right, Lord, I'm gonna keep walking the walk. I'm gonna keep walking the walk. And this is the last PD quote that I got right here. And it's like, momentum doesn't mean that things are hard. It just means you switch hard. So when I had got lost my job and everything, and it was like on unemployment, and it was like, all right, bro, I didn't know what to do. Then I got a job, and then I really started reading my books really heavy. Like that's when I really started putting them junk in cycles. I was like, all right, bro, like, I'm gonna start. I work 4 or 5 days a week. I can read at least 20, 30 minutes a night. As I get home, decent at time. At least for the first company I worked for Amazon. It was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get home, read when I get home, eat or shower, eat, spend some time with the family, read, then repeat the next day. Then each day while I was on the route, I was like, all right, brother, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to this book. So I ended up listening to books, taking notes, screenshot it, going back, listening to it and everything. And then even after I read or listened to the books, bro, I would go and re-listen to the books. Like even right now, bro, like I done finished this one book about coaching, bro. Like, and I'm already my second time reading through it, bro. And I just finished the jump, bro. Like I just finished it, what, on Christmas Day, bro, of 2025. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting through this book, bro. Like I'm about to realize I'm getting to it, bro. Like, and I want people to really, really think about it. Like, dang, bro. Like, just cause momentum switches don't mean it ain't gonna be hard, bro. Like life is still hard in those in them scenarios in that situation, but God still ended up using it. Like, and it took time for my heart to change, for my heart to catch up with Christ's heart in me. So it's like I said, I had to check off those bad habits. Like I had a bad heart, bro. Like somebody said, don't get me wrong, I still got hot head. I'm still trying to work through my anger. I'm still trying to do this and do that to work through it. But like God was like, look, bro, you can't be as hot headed as you was in the streets or hot headed as you was doing this, doing that, and talking to my folks like that. Like God checked me, bro, and that's when it really started opening up to me. Like Jesus was like, dang, I might start doing surgery on this man's heart. Like I might have to put him through the ringer, but I'm about to really change this man's mind, heart, and soul. So that's exactly what he did. He changed me for the better, bro. Like, and that's the beauty of everything. 'Cause it's like you don't get many moments like that. And it's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you might feel like you got many trials, but you don't have many trials where God is sitting you down in that sorrow and be like, look, it might be dark right now, but I promise you get through this, you change your mindset, and you get through it. I got you on the other end. I got you on the other end. And that's why I love this. Is the last verse that I'm not going to. Ezekiel 36:26 says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. So that's where it really get into is like I said, like God really had to remove my bad heart, do some surgery to my heart, and then like put it back in me and was like, look, bro, yeah, you went through what you went through. I understand it sucked. But like people gonna look at your story and be like, dang, bro, he really used that bad time to really bless his life, really change his mind, really mature for real, for real. And that's where it really hit. Cause like I said, you don't got many moments like that. You don't got many stories like that. You don't got many people who willing to to keep going in the midst of trouble, keep going in the midst of flames. But like I said at the beginning, Jesus always met me in the middle of that flame, bro. Like always, bro. Like I said, I remember sometimes crying on my daughter's floor, bro. God was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna still use you. It's hard right now, but I'm gonna still use you. So I'm about to go ahead and close this on out. I got one more quote from Dallas Willard that I love. Develop the character for which listening to God is natural. So that's what I go into. Like I said, those hard times in my daughter's room, like doing the math, knowing I'm five, six, $700 late on rent. Well, Bobby late on rent. I was like, look, bro, I know, I know, you're gonna struggle, you're gonna be late. Just trust me. Every single time I trust him, he always came through. It might not been when I wanted him to. It might not even been when I thought he was a going to or thought that he should have. But God always looked out, bro. Like looking back, God always looked out, and I love Him for that. And I'm always grateful for His grace and His mercy for that. Cause it's dog. If I was that same man walking then to where I am now, I wouldn't have been able to do this podcast, bro. Like I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Like through the buck. Like I wouldn't have been able to talk to y'all how I talk to y'all. I wouldn't have been able to not be able to communicate the way I need to communicate and have that conversation that people on the other side are listening to and be like, dang, bro, you really are preaching facts, bro. Like he might sound a little street, he might sound a little too street, but I mean he hitting on the dot, dog. Like, and then that's where it really gets you because it's like, and I want people to understand like a lot. This is my last quote. I promise you, this is my last because yeah, I'm running a little late. Um, this is from The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. So put it another way. The mind is a portal to the soul, and what you fill your mind with will shape the trajectory of your character. In the end of your life, it is no more than the sum of what you give your attention to. That bodes well for the apprentices of Jesus who give the bulk of their attention to Him and all that is good, beautiful, and true to His world. And when you think of it like that, you be like, God, I'm giving my attention to you. God, I want you to bless me with the wisdom from these books, and I'm gonna end up giving it back to you like that. That's what that quote is really saying, and that's where it really hit you at. So it's like I want y'all to think of it like this: if you're at a place where you want to learn and how to move with faith and discipline and spiritually and financially, I'm I'm gonna be open up a few spots for coaching and doing like challenges and stuff like that. And people be like, bro, why he trying to sell to us? It's like, bro, I ain't even trying to sell to y'all, bro. Like the things, the challenges I got lined up, and I just created them. I ain't just created them. They've been soaking in my mind for the last several months. But like I just realized, I put it on hard paper tonight, and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I wish somebody would have gave me the opportunity. And like the thing is, like I'm not just doing this job just to get paid, bro. Like don't get me wrong, yeah, I do want to make a bag, bro. Like who don't want to make a bag for their family? Who don't want to make leave generational wealth for their family, bro? Like, but I'm trying to hand off the wisdom that God really blessed me with. So at the end of at the end of the day, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hand off the wisdom that God is really blessing me with, bro. But like I want people to understand, like it's not for everybody. But if this episode was talking to you, bro, it's definitely for you. It's definitely for you. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out right there, bro. That joint was fire, bro. I feel like I just flew in that joint. But thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and welcome back to Billionaire Discipleship, where building wealth, street wisdom, and serving Christ collides, but it doesn't divide. Like and subscribe.